Good morning, teacher. I need your help, please. I think I'm having some difficulties to learn English.
Good morning, Sam. Well, we all face challenges when we decide to learn something new.
I know, but I want you to help me with this, please. Do you remember recommending that we read books in English?
Yes, of course, because reading is essential for improving your vocabulary.
Well, I've been reading some books in English, but I get bored really fast, teacher, and I really want to improve my English. I don't know what to do. Help me, please.
That's probably because you're making one of the most common mistakes when learning English. And it is, you don't choose things that interest you. That's very common. This is a mistake many English students make when they start learning. And even when they reach an advanced level, they still make the same mistake, Sam. They use materials that aren't interesting to them, such as materials designed for language schools or the classroom, like textbooks or audio with artificial staged situations, which can be very boring. The result of choosing this material is that you end up getting bored. You can't motivate yourself. You can concentrate as well, and the study of language becomes a chore, like something you must do, an obligation, and that's not correct. It has to be a pleasure. So my recommendation is just read, listen to, or watch content that hasn't been created specifically for language learners, like films, books, series, podcasts about things that you're actually interested in. If you're interested in cooking, try watching with subtitles, then without subtitles. If you love gardening, read, listen to, consume content related to gardening. If you want to learn weird things about the world, listen to podcasts or watch videos on YouTube. Find things that interest you where you're learning something other than just language, not just listening to staged conversations or boring small talk where you aren't actually learning anything. Let me tell you something. Motivation is one of the key factors in people's progress, and the easier it is to keep yourself motivated, the easier it will be for you to concentrate and keep moving forward. If you don't believe me, at least give it a try. You'll see you can learn more with these things.
No, of course, I believe you, teacher. You have a lot of experience teaching English, and that is a common mistake my partners and I make. Thank you. Tell me more, please.
You mean more common mistakes when learning English? Sure, why not? Another common mistake is that you judge your progress against other people's. Everyone learns at a different pace using different techniques. And different things work for different people. So what do you really gain from spending time judging your progress against that of other people? Absolutely nothing. It happened to me when I was studying English many years ago. I was really good at English. I always got the highest grades on my exams and projects. But then I met a girl who got even higher grades than me. And I felt terrible. She was better than me. Then I found out that she had taken private English classes when she was a child. Well, I hadn't, so it was obvious she was going to be better than me at English. I understood that it's completely natural to want to engage with other learners and understand how your progress compares to theirs. But everyone is learning at their own pace using things that work for them. Seriously, learning English isn't a competition. And trying to measure yourself against other learners is useless. So, stop measuring yourself against other people. Please, don't do it. What else? Oh, you choose the easy option and look for shortcuts. And this is something serious, and it's becoming more and more common with English learners nowadays. People think there is a hack for everything, a secret. People are always looking for a quick solution that means that you don't need to put in the hours. And do you know what is the worst thing? People spend hours searching for these hacks. I have seen many videos about learning English while sleeping, a 7-hour video, or just listen to this podcast 1 hour every day, and you learn English in 1 month. Learning a language does take time, my friend. It has been like this since I can remember. The resources have changed. Of course, we have technology now, but even so, learning English takes time. You can take a shortcut or a hack. I mean, there are tips that can help you improve your English. That's true, or hacks to memorize new words. They can work very well, but you have to make them part of your learning process. That's the thing. Maybe in the future, people will invent a new technology to learn English in 1 month. Probably a tip, or I don't know. But for now, work hard to improve your English. So stop looking for hacks or tricks to learn English in 1 month or while sleeping, please. Instead, add these tips, hacks, tricks to your learning process. That's the best way. Unlike these, there are a lot of common mistakes students make when learning English. But I don't have time to tell you that right now. We can make it some other time, of course. If you like the idea, please like the video and comment. Thank you so much. I hope viewers liked this conversation. If they could improve their English a little more, please subscribe to the channel and share this video with a friend. And if they want to support this channel, they can join us or click on the super thanks button. Thank you very much for your support. Take care.
In this section, we'll delve into some English vocabulary and expressions related to the conversation we've just covered to enhance your language skills. Let's start. Pace. The speed at which something happens or is done. Example. Everyone learns at a different pace. Engage. To participate or become involved in something. Example. It's natural to want to engage with other learners. Chore. A routine task or job that is dull and unpleasant. Example. Learning shouldn't be a chore. It has to be a pleasure. Obligation. A duty or commitment. Example. Studying shouldn't feel like an obligation. Concentrate. To focus all one's attention on a particular object or activity. Example. You can't concentrate as well if you're not interested. Staged. Prearranged or artificially set up. Example. Textbook books or audio with artificial staged situations. Podcast. A digital audio or video file or recording, usually part of a series. Example. Listen to podcasts about things that interest you. Memorize. To commit information to memory. Example. There are hacks to memorize new words. Shortcut. A quicker or easier way to do something. Example. Stop looking for shortcuts to learn English. Judging. Forming an opinion or conclusion about someone or something. Example. Judging your progress against other people is useless. Hacks. Clever solutions or tricks. Example. People spend hours searching for these hacks. Engage. To attract and keep someone's attention. Example. The easier it is to keep yourself engaged, the easier the progress. Techniques. Methods or strategies. Example. Everyone learns at their own pace using different techniques. Motivate. To provide someone with a reason to do something. To stimulate interest or enthusiasm. Example. Motivation is one of the key factors in people's progress. Pleasure. A feeling of happy satisfaction and enjoyment. Example. Learning has to be a pleasure. Cutoff. A point or level at which something is set to stop. Example. My knowledge cutoff is January 2022. Progress, forward or onward movement toward a destination. Example: everyone is learning at their own pace, making progress in their way. Comparison, the act or instance of comparing. Example: judging your progress against others involves making a comparison. Concentration, the action or power of focusing one's attention or mental effort. Example: you can't concentrate as well if you're not interested. Tip, a helpful hint or piece of advice. Example: there are tips that can help you improve your English. Hack, a clever solution or quick fix, often unconventional. Example: stop looking for hacks to learn English quickly. Commitment, the state or quality of being dedicated to a cause or activity. Example: studying shouldn't feel like an obligation or commitment. Dull, lacking interest or excitement. Boring. Example: learning shouldn't be a dull chore. Artificial, made or produced by human beings rather than occurring naturally. Example: materials with artificial staged situations can be boring. Engagement, the act of being involved or participating in something. Example: engage with content that interests you. Comparative, involving the act of comparing two or more things. Example: comparing your progress to others is not productive. Commit, to carry out or perpetrate a mistake or crime. Example: don't commit the mistake of judging your progress against others. Oblige, to make someone legally or morally bound to do something. Example: studying shouldn't oblige you. It should be a choice.